What's going on, people? Welcome to the podcast. Ben and Brittany podcast is what we are calling it. It's also like a life cast. I guess we kind of toss that name around a little bit, life cast, because that's what we want to talk about. Just anything that really comes up about life that we think that a lot of people go through or relate to, we're gonna bring up on the podcast, and it's gonna be fun. Full disclosure, Brittany and I just spent about 10 minutes debating on if we should have like a legit like podcast intro or not, or if we should just be like, should we just like rehearse something and like say it every time? And we're like, we tried like 3 different ones
and we failed.
It didn't work.
No.
So we just decided that our podcast is going to be very informal, and we're just gonna do our thing, and honesty is gonna be it. You know, you're not going to hear a bunch of rehearsed stuff from us because we tried it and failed.
It doesn't. I think our best podcasts, our best videos have been when they were not
when
rehearsed.
We don't even try it.
Right, when we're just honest, we talk from the heart and just go for it and hope that we get our point across correctly the first time when we say it, because there's no take-backs.
No, there is no take-backs.
But I think that's what people appreciate.
Honesty.
Because...
Human failure. Like it's so funny. Like I play in a band, obviously. Like it's really funny when you get to see a band that's like really professional mess up. You know, I think so. Did you ever see like those videos of Slash just butchering a solo, like just doing terrible? Those are the best.
I haven't, but I've been to plenty of concerts where they mess up and they just say, guys, I just completely forgot my line, or I just mess that up, and they kind of scoot back and start over. And I think it just makes them human, because I think we put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect, and it's because we don't tend to see others screw up. Yeah. So if you just talk about your life mistakes, then you'll be surprised at how many other people went through it.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh, well, now I don't feel so awful.
Yeah.
Like,
it
feels more real.
On that note, did we have like the date right now is December 26th. This is the day after Christmas that we're recording this podcast. And on that note, like, did we have any Christmas fails this year?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
First off, Elf on the Shelf.
That
Ben wasn't here for like the first half of December.
Yeah.
If not more, really. And Elfie showed up. That's the name of our Elf on the Shelf. And this is not going to be a younger kid-friendly podcast, so just warning there.
Yeah. For those of you who don't really know much about Elf on the Shelf is a brand. And it comes in a box, and inside this box is a little like stuffed elf. And he is magical. The kids are well behaved when he's around, because Elfie goes back to the North Pole and reports to Santa if the kids have been good overnight.
And if they've been bad, he stays put.
Yeah. So typically the parents put Elfie in some sort of predicament. Like, okay, he got into the marshmallows and spilled the marshmallows on the counter. When the kids wake up, they see Elfie sitting there eating the marshmallows.
He was making snow angels in a pile of marshmallows. And then like another day, he got into my coffee grounds and all this stuff.
And he's magical to the children. And if they're good, he goes and reports to Santa and comes back in a different spot. If they're bad, he stays in the same spot he was the day before. With that being said, there's a large responsibility on the parents to remember to move Elfie
every day, because literally, like, the kids go to bed and we are exhausted. Like, we work so hard during the day, and when Ben was gone, I was a single mom, essentially, not financially, but just physically, it was all me. Yeah. So by the time it was the end of the day and I would get my workout in, I'd want to crash. I'd talk to Ben and I'd want to sleep. And there was a couple mornings where I would just come out of a deep sleep, like, Elfie! And then I would just quickly put him somewhere, because the very first thing that the girls, they woke up and it was like, where's Elfie?
Where's Elfie?
So anyway, I did pretty well until Ben got home. And then when Ben got home, it was like I was finally comfortable. I was actually sleeping well, totally forgot about Elfie one night. And the girls came out and they were like, well, Elfie didn't move.
And we were like, oh.
And I was like, oh, F. And then I was like, well, were you good yesterday?
Yeah, that one time. Yeah, you played it off. You were like,
like, well,
Kaylin, well, were you good yesterday? And she was like, no, I left my toys on the floor. And I was like, yeah, you did it right in front of Elfie, didn't you?
Yeah, and then she admitted, she was like, and I was rude to mommy, because she's at that age now where she gets like that, like preteen, like she's only 6, but I swear sometimes she's 16, like with her sass. Yeah. And she was like, I was rude to mommy, and I was like, yeah, and Elfie has had enough. Mm-hmm. So I call that a mom win.
That was a good spin. You spun that pretty well.
Totally. And it worked out really well. And then she was like extra good then from there on out. Like it actually, I felt like worked.
Yeah.
You know.
And there was another day that Kinsley got up at like 4:30.
I forgot about that.
And I usually get up at 4:30, but coming back from tour, I wasn't back on that schedule yet because I go to sleep at 4:30 when I'm on tour. I come home from tour, so I'm still sleeping in until like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Kinsley gets up at 4:30 and she crawls into bed and wakes us up, like, because our bed's in the living room. That's a long story. we created a larger office in our old bedroom, moved our bed into the living room because we had no boundaries really before, because our door could never be shut because the girls would panic.
Right.
But we moved our bed out here. We have no qualms. It's awesome. But Kinsley walks out and she just climbed into bed with us in the living room, our new bedroom. Mm-hmm. And the first thing she does, she goes, oh, I see Elfie. He didn't move. And we were like, oh, no. And I said, well, Kinsley, it's because it's still the middle of the night. He just didn't leave yet. I'll go make sure he's going to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We played it off like it was midnight.
And Brittany, like, held the blanket up over her little 3-year-old head. I got out of bed and, like, whispered to Elfie, grabbed him, stuck him on top of the tree, like on the very top of the star, and then magically, Kinsley like didn't notice at first that where he was, but like 10 minutes later, she was like, Elfie's on the tree, and I was like, wow, that was quick. He made it to the North Pole and back super fast.
Luckily, it was her and not Kaylin, because if it was Kaylin,
she would have known.
She would have figured it out. Kinsley's still at that super gullible age.
Yeah, Kaylin's at that age where like, you know, she could come home and one day, like, some kid in school will be like, Santa's not real. She'll come home like, Mom, you're a liar. Like, that might happen soon.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, I hung on to everything I could this year. And I definitely got a little stressed out and I overspent on a couple different experiences because I'm like, I just don't know when the magic is going to end for her. Yeah. And it's my favorite part is that innocence. And
and that innocence is expensive.
It is. Which leads me to another mom fail, I think.
Go ahead.
So, Kaylin wanted, like, a microphone. Like, we got Kinsley drums, and they have guitars, and, like, little kid stuff, you know? So, Kaylin had wanted a microphone for Christmas. So, I was, like, doing all this research on microphones. Thought I found the right thing. Could have sworn it was advertised that it could hook up Bluetooth to their Alexa speakers. Get them. I didn't pay attention. I just wrapped them, like, got it out of the way. And then here, they're not even real microphones. They're just, like, this sing-along pretend microphone that has a speaker that plays, like, you can hook it up to your iPod and play music through there, but you can't hear your voice. Like, it doesn't project your voice through anything. And I kind of beat myself up about it because I was like, crap. Like, that's
we thought it was the whole thing. The reason that we got it was because we thought that the speaker on the bottom was a projector, was an amplifier for a voice, and it wasn't.
It was not.
So they got us there. So that was like, what, $40?
Yeah. Yeah, yep. $40 for that, and like it's not even what she really wanted. I mean, she seemed okay with it.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm like, don't call me a Grinch because I love Christmas, but I'm starting to realize that Santa Claus at the mall is highway robbery.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. We paid $40 for, like, the kids he didn't even ask them what they wanted for Christmas. Like, they walked in, they rushed us in. He, like, set us up as a photographer, snapped the picture, and then rushed us out. Like, it didn't feel... I didn't feel good after it was done. In my
defense, I had the perfect Santa experience planned, but then everybody got... So Ben was away, and then I only have the kids 50-50, so we have joint custody, so that's, like, half the weekends. I mean, think about how crazy busy your Christmas season is, and then all the experiences that you probably do with your kids at that age. And now I have to split that up with half the time. Mm-hmm. And then Ben wasn't there for the first 2 weeks of December. So I did a couple things without Ben, but I was really trying to save the important stuff like Santa for when Ben was here, so that way he could still be a part of some of those experiences.
Yeah, when I got home, we had a Christmas schedule.
Yeah, like it was like this day we do this day we do cookies, this day we do Santa. And Ben came home sick as a dog, like super sick from tour. Kinsley was getting over a cold. Then I started to feel sick from Ben's cold. Like we were all not feeling well, so we had to push Santa back an entire week. Mm-hmm. And then when we did that, we had to just go to whatever Santa was available.
Yep.
We went
to the mall.
So we had to go to the mall where there was other Santas further away that had a better experience and were a little cheaper, but we just didn't have time to make a 45-minute drive on top of.
It wasn't even like a great photo. Like
the photo was not great at all.
It's like you could do the same thing with a cell phone and have it look just as good.
Yeah.
Or just as okay.
Like, and Ben wanted to vlog it, and like we were not even.
They wouldn't let me have my camera in
even
there.
though we were paying, like we said, we're buying a package. Like we still couldn't video it. So dumb.
I felt yucky when I was done.
Yeah.
But I think it would have helped if the kids weren't scared. Like, the kids are so, let's meet Santa, yay! They meet Santa, they're like, get this guy away from me.
They're like, never mind,
not a step
up.
Closer. Like,
yeah, so then Ben and I have to get in the photo. Yeah. Our first Santa picture was adorable. This year, I just think, I don't know, you were still sick. Kinsley was not feeling so hot still. Like, it just, these colds are dragging out.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. I'm joking.
Listen to you. These colds are...
Right.
But yeah, what other Santa or what other Christmas fails did we have? Any other ones?
I mean, I don't know if this is a fail, but like normally we bake cookies every year and we just go crazy. Like my mom and I bake like hundreds of cookies, and then we have trays upon trays to bring to each of our places of employment, or like, to share it with my brokerage. And we just all ran out of time between work and Ben being gone and only having the girls 50-50. Like we ran out of weekends that worked for everybody. So we just had to do sugar cookies this year. And at first I thought it was a fail.
Which was fine.
But you know what? Yeah.
That was a win.
It ended up being a win because the girls' attention span really can't last all day.
It's already -5. So like getting them to bake cookies all day
is hard. And they had a blast. We did simple sugar cookies. We normally do my grandma's recipe every year that takes hours to do.
Yep.
We did a bagged mix of sugar cookies.
And it was awesome.
It took 20 minutes to bake and cut out. And then the girls got to decorate them. And they had the time of their life. And we're not all getting fat off of 100 different types of cookies.
Yeah, and they didn't care. Like, honestly, the girls wanted to decorate one cookie. And
then they were done. They were like, got it. Okay, want to go play.
They took every color of icing and all the sprinkles and dumped them onto one cookie, and we're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it was like...
Mic drop.
It was like this much cookie, which is like 1/4 of an inch of a cookie, and then it was like an inch of sprinkles, and then like an inch of frosting.
Yeah.
It was...
Nobody ate those cookies. The ones that they decorated,
you couldn't. Like, I don't even know if you could bite into it.
But they had a blast.
Yeah. So I guess that really wasn't a fail. I thought it was a fail turned into a win.
Yeah.
No,
all in all, our Christmas was awesome. Like,
yeah, we had a great time.
Yep. I came home from tour. I got to turn off for a little while. We had like one band practice. Before we came home on the 16th, we had one band practice before the 25th, and other than that, I just kind of been doing all this Ben and Brittany stuff, getting this all set up for 2020, and just spending time with the family. So yeah. I got no qualms. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have some New Year's resolutions, because I think this is the only reason people have New Year's resolutions, is because the Christmas holiday just kicks your ass.
Well, you kind of need to hit a refresh.
You do, because your funds are at an all-time low, your health is at an all-time low, the inches around your waist are at an all-time high, like the amount of beer you consumed in a month is at an all-time high. Like, all this stuff. Like, everything just goes downhill starting December 1st or, like, even November. That's when everybody starts getting their wallets out, and they're like, yeah, spend some money, get all these $1 million gifts. Beer, yeah, I'll drink. Sugar cookies, say no more. Pie, yeah, let's go. Like, everybody's just all about having fun and relaxing and shutting off from the whole year. And then just January 1st hits, and everybody's like, I need to fix my life. I need to fix it. And that's where we are. Not that anything's broken, but there's definitely some things we want to change in the new year. And I don't like when people make fun of resolutioners. I don't like it.
I think it's great to have goals. I think the problem is if you're gonna do it, you need to make it.
Do it.
You need to make a plan.
Yep.
And you need to make it very laid out so that way it's achievable. So, for example, if you want to lose, I'm just gonna make up an easy number because there's 12 months in a year. So if you want to lose 12 pounds in 2020, then that means you need to lose a pound a month. Mm-hmm. Right? And so then, okay, so how can I lose a pound a month? And then you need to make down a bi-weekly, like a weekly plan. This is what I need to do every week. So I lose a quarter of a pound a week. So that way I lose a pound a month. And, again, I'm just doing this numbers just to make it easy math. But if you just kind of rush into it and you're like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds in 2020, go. And then you just start working out super hard and only eating salads, you're going to get burned out by February. And then that's what...
if you make it that long.
Right. And then that's what gives resolutions kind of a bad rap.
Well, yeah.
Because people kind of go about it the wrong way. And I've done it.
Me too.
I've done it. So I just think... I think resolutions are great. I don't think it needs to start January 1. But I do think, like you said, it's just kind of, it's the end of the year is so much stress and so many reasons to eat.
Yeah.
And so many reasons to spend money. I do kind of feel like January 1st becomes a natural reset. Like, all right,
a
guys,
natural, all this is over. I need to get it all off of me and start anew.
Yeah.
But I did read a stat shortly before the podcast while you were shopping. I read a stat that said roughly 80% of New Year's resolutions fail in the first month.
Wow.
80%. And I don't know, that's 80% of whatever amount of people took said poll. I get it. But, like, that's kind of staggering. In the first, I would have said 80% fail no matter, like, throughout the year, yeah. But in the first month, that's staggering. And that's because people aren't systematic like my wife. And I'm so glad I have her because I wouldn't be that systematic about it. I would just be like, some of my New Year's resolutions would have to be like, I haven't thought about this until right now, so give me a second. But,
while you think about it, I think it needs to be systematic, and you also need to have an accountability partner.
Which is you for me,
right?
And
like
me for you.
Ben and I have each other, and then if you're doing like a weight loss thing, like some people like that's why they do like Weight Watchers or the Beachbody coaches, because they have somebody kind of holding them accountable that you kind of have to report to and be like, yeah, I didn't work out today.
Yep.
And it doesn't feel good, because you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting down your partner, like knowing that you didn't do your goal. So I think those are two important things to keep your resolution alive. Mm-hmm. And then my other tip would be, we're all human. We're going to make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up about it, but try to not mess up more than one time a week. So like if your goal is to work out 5 days a week and you missed a workout,
make up for it,
but don't miss again. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not okay to like accept that you missed it. Like you should feel bad if you miss it. There better be a good reason, and you should feel bad about it. If you miss one and you don't feel bad about it, you might as well quit.
No, don't listen to that.
Quit.
Don't quit. Just start again.
Nope, you might as well quit.
No, man, stop it.
Don't feel bad about it.
He's awful. No.
Gotta whip him into shape. No, I'm just kidding.
No, just try to never miss 2 times in a row.
Yeah, don't do that.
Try
That's
not
bad.
to do.
Because then you might as well quit.
Oh,
Just tell them the truth, baby.
I am.
Well, I think I am too. If you miss 2
Listen,
days in a row and you don't feel bad about it,
a lifestyle
you're
change.
screwed.
It takes, what is it, like 8 weeks to build a habit?
Yeah, I don't know that stat.
It's like you have to do something every day for like 66 days or something like that.
To build a habit?
To make it an official habit to where you just naturally do it every day without, and it's not as hard. You know, like the first week you start working out every day, and you got that momentum, like, yeah, I got this, and then like week 2, it starts to get kind of boring. If you just push yourself through it and know that you get past, I'm pretty sure it's day 66, it then becomes so natural to you that you just start building it like in your routine. Like if you don't do it, then it feels weird.
Well, if that is what it is, if it's 66 days to build a habit, I am going to do that. My New Year's resolution is to do something, whether it's working out or stretching, every single morning, first thing I do when I wake up, for 66 days. You're looking,
Look at that.
66 days. All right,
so
there you
good.
go.
I
How
learned
many
that from
days
Bold.
until you make a habit? And it's on average 66 days. It takes more than 2 months before a new behavior becomes automatic. Okay, so that's going to be my New Year's resolution. I am very into health and fitness. I think it's important. It's part of what I do like for a living. Well, you're eating popcorn, but that's not. There's like no calories in that.
Today was the last day.
It's very lightly buttered popcorn, but whatever.
It's so good.
Part of what I do on stage is being very athletic. Like, I'm a guitar player, but not only do I play guitar, I run around like an idiot. Like, I run around.
I hate that is not the right word choice.
Idiot's not the right word. I just am very, very energetic
You're very
on
entertaining.
stage. I'm entertaining. Okay, thank you, baby. I'm very energetic on stage and entertaining. If I have a 5-foot stage, I will cover every inch of it, and if I have a 500-foot stage, I will cover every inch of it. I run around like a madman, and I need to be in shape to do that. So health and fitness is very important for me to do what I do for a living. So I want to wake up every morning and do what I have. Athlean X, Jeff Cavaliers, my fitness coach with athleanx.com. That is what I do. It's training like an athlete, which is what I am. And I want to do that every day for 66 days. I started right before tour, and it was really, really hard, and I fell off the wagon, which wasn't fun. I felt bad about it, but I also got really sick and all this stuff, and it just sucked. So that is going to be my New Year's resolution. I am not going to drink on New Year's Eve, because another part of my New Year's resolution is, to limit the amount of drinking, which is like probably the most common New Year's resolution, you think?
I think it's to lose weight.
To lose weight, but like then drink less is like the second one.
It should be.
Yeah.
It really should. I mean,
I want to have one drink. If I want to drink socially at a gathering, it's one drink and one drink only. That is it.
And I think you should limit, like me personally, I think I'm going to limit to that social drink to not even a social drink, a treat.
A treat, yeah.
Once a month.
Like you and I used to come home and have a glass of wine every now and then. I don't think we should do that anymore.
I agree.
I think our social drink should be like, okay, we're doing, these people are coming over, we're having dinner, blah, 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 blah. We're having fun. Hey, man, you want a drink? Sure, I'll have a drink. One drink. But there's been times when, like, I'm 29 years old, and if I get drunk, I'm hungover for 2 days now.
Yeah.
like it's not the same.
For me, it's the weight gain is unreal. So I actually unhealthily lost 8 pounds while Ben was away, because I was stressed out. I'm not gonna lie. And I was working out every single day, because the working out kind of kept my mind off of the stress. But the stress also made me not hungry. Like, I did not have an appetite. So I lost 8 pounds, which that is too much weight to lose.
When you're already super skinny.
Especially in the amount of time. But anyway, I quickly gained back 4 pounds when Ben came back. And I was eating a little bit more, which I should have. Like, that was a good thing. But it was definitely the booze. Like, the first Saturday Ben was home, he had to have band practice. His friend came over. We wrapped a bunch of presents together, and we were drinking wine all day. Mm-hmm. And the next day I weighed myself. I was 2 pounds heavier. And I was like, holy crap. But like the amount of calories and alcohol is just insane.
And sugar.
And then you go to like different Christmas parties and everybody's doing like vodkas and cranberry juice or wine or whiskey sours, like all these things. And it's like
all this fun stuff that you just want to do as well.
Because it tastes great. It takes the edge off. But I've gained 4 pounds and I can tell you it's been alcohol related.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also, like you said, it just makes you feel like crap. And then when you feel like crap, you don't want to work out. And then you also want to eat junk food. And then it just spirals.
Mm-hmm.
Just spirals.
And yeah, like back in college, the percentage of days that I would wake up in the morning and be like, last night was totally worth this hangover was much larger than it is now. Like, I'm not that young anymore. Like, I can't go out with my friends, get hammered, and wake up in the morning and be like, that was so worth it. Normally, I'm like, why did I do that? So, like, why do I do that? So, I guess that's number 2 for me. So, what personally is your number 1, baby?
So, my number 1 is I want to work out every day. However, I want to make sure I'm eating the amount of food that I am supposed to.
Which is very difficult for you.
It's super difficult. So I'm going to be very honest. I lost 8 pounds when Ben was gone, and I loved it. Mentally. I looked at myself, and I was like, I like it. This is the Brittany that I remember and love, and that's a very bad thing. Because when I met Ben, I was 103 pounds, and that was due to stress from my divorce. And
I thought she was beautiful then.
Everything that led up to it.
But I see her now at 118, 120, like hovering around a natural like Brittany weight.
The weight that you like me is my like 124.
124.
And I hated it.
And she was 103 when I met her. And I look at pictures from her then and now, and it's like night and day. Like
right.
The pictures of her at 103 pounds are kind of like, she looks sick.
Yeah.
Like, you're still pretty, don't get me wrong, but like you look sick compared to the one that I know now, the Brittany that I know now.
And I know that being too skinny like is not good. But it's a very mental issue that I battle with, because I know that it's healthier. I know that it's not overweight, and I know that Ben loves it, but I know when I look in the mirror I'm not comfortable with myself. So when I lost that 8 pounds, I was like, "Oh, I like this." And I think that kind of also played into my decrease in appetite. Like, it was just this really ugly spiral that I hit with Ben being gone. And so I want to focus on working out every day, so that way I'm feeling good and I have the energy that I need and the strength that I need, and I know that I'm doing the right things to be healthy. But I just want to make sure too that I'm eating as much as I'm supposed to be, and as long as I'm not shoving my face with wine and cupcakes, that I know whatever weight I land at, eating the right calorie amount that I should be and not decreasing it too much, then that's just whatever weight I'll be, and I just have to be okay with that. But
Absolutely.
That's going to be, being okay with it is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
The last couple days, again, vodkas and cranberry juice at Christmas Eve,
time.
And then, all the pies and all the food and the cookies, like I can feel like a little pudge around my belly button, and like it was instant. Like when I would put on my pants, it was like instant depressed mode.
Yeah.
So it's a hard battle.
You come out of the bathroom like, I just want to cry.
Yeah. I was like, I just want to cancel all of our plans and work out all day.
Yeah.
So it's not good. But so that's just my goal, is to really just focus on that and not be so hard on myself.
Yeah, weight is just a number, and it's how you look and feel. Like, it does not matter. The scale is just an asshole. Like, and it does not matter what the scale says.
I know what I go through with it, and I don't want my girls to go through it. So if they see mom working out every day in a healthy way and eating healthy meals and the right amount of food, then they'll follow suit. And I'm just hoping that they have a healthier self-image than I do.
Yeah.
Like, that's just my goal. Like, if I don't fix myself,
they don't stand a chance.
I don't want that to portray on them.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I think
I don't think they have that, though. I think they're very strong, confident little girls,
Yeah.
Except when they got to meet Santa.
Except when they have to. So I try to teach them to not be like me sometimes.
And my personal final one is to do everything I can to make sure that the small town titans are succeeding and doing what we need to do to get our stuff done, and this new Ben and Brittany thing that we're doing to get it off the ground, and like kind of just because I love making videos. Like I love doing podcasts. I love the whole social media part of it. Like that's what I do for the Small Town Titans, and I want to bring it to this whole Ben and Brittany thing because we've been getting a lot of messages, especially Brittany, about like her being so inspirational and stuff. And I agree because that's one of the reasons I married her. But we started to get an influx of people like telling their life story to Brittany and how she's helped. So I just felt like I wanted to kind of do that more, you know, because that makes me feel good. If we can do something and help people, inspire people, you know, maybe, you know, change somebody for the better in any way, shape, or form, I think that's good. So that's my resolution. Do the Small Town Titans thing, and then whatever we can do as Ben and Brittany to like entertain, motivate, help, whatever we got to do. It's fun.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely that would have to be my next one, is just being able to focus more on the Ben and Brittany stuff, and then propel my real estate career forward. I sold 33 houses in 2019, which
is pretty awesome.
Which is the highest I've done. It's amazing. The average agent does 10 to 12 a year, and I was able to help and serve 33 families. So my next goal in 2020 is to be able to help 50 families find and sell homes to help get them on to the next chapter in their lives.
Yeah.
And I do hope that along the way, through the Ben and Brittany, you know, YouTube channel and our Facebook posts, I do hope that we can help people along the way, because that gives me the greatest joy when I do get those messages, and it's people going through divorce and they know that they can confide in me and just have that listening ear and that positive energy, because I've been there and I get it. It's a dark time in life, or same thing with bankruptcy and just the different things that I've gone through. You know, I think it's just so important for people to know that they're not alone. And the more people that we can help along the way, it just makes everything else feel worth it.
Yeah, it does.
Through, like, meeting Ben, I used to be very, I don't know, reserved. Like, I wouldn't talk to people about what I was going through and stuff.
No, you were embarrassed by it.
I was very embarrassed
Highly embarrassed. For those of you who don't know, Brittany had to file bankruptcy, and
because of my divorce.
Because of the divorce, there's some
darker
underlying factors on why she had to do it, but
yeah.
In a long story short, she was incredibly embarrassed by it, and it was just one of those things. Like, once she finally got it out there and talked about it, a lot of other people were like, me too, like, I know what it's like, and she was able to help other people that were thinking about doing it, or like, just, you know, any way we can help.
Right. So, and it just, I don't know, I feel like we've made friends along the way.
Yeah.
Just
for sure.
Everybody like following us on Facebook, and then we get to follow them back, and it's definitely,
we kind of found our purpose.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We found like a way, something that makes us happy and helps other people, and that's doing this. And then anybody that enjoys our entertainment or what it is we do, we talk about, the things we say, that's awesome, and we can help you in any way if you just let us know how. For instance, like, Brittany is a real estate agent, and if you live anywhere on the planet, you can call Brittany for free and she'll help you. Like,
this is true.
That's just something that we want to do, and it helps us, helps you. We just want to share that love. Like, Christmas spirit should last all year long, we think, right? We might leave our tree up all year. Screw it. It's right back there, right behind Brittany's head. I love it. But yeah, so like, best of luck to you guys in your New Year's resolutions. They are not stupid, because there is no bad reason to better yourself. If you're a resolutioner and you fail in the first week, that's whatever. You tried, you know.
Yeah, don't be like Ben and don't give up. You can always, like, you don't.
I didn't give up on mine. I said if you feel bad about it, you might as well give up. I'm just trying to reverse psychology, motivate.
Reverse psychology, yeah. It's a little rough. It's a little harsh.
Sorry,
He's more of the tough. He's more of the tough love, and I'm more of like, okay, this is how we can fix it. Yeah. Forget all this happened. How do we move forward?
Oh, my camera just died.
She died.
But that's all good because I got a spare battery right here. I'll pop her in. Oh, this is a good segue for, hey, if you're listening, there's also a video. And hey, if you're watching this video, there's also a regular, like, audio podcast. Hold on, baby. You're out of focus. I got to focus you in. There you go. Looking good.
Did they just get, like, a super close-up of my face?
No, I was just focusing.
That's what it looked like from my angle.
Sorry
about that.
Just focusing.
What I was going to say was speaking of plans, Ben and I have been working super hard. Even while he was on the road, we started doing some of this because it was kind of a way for us to work on something together, even though we were apart. But we built our website.
Oh, yeah, benandbrittany.net.
And that's really when we started creating all the Ben and Brittany stuff. So we created the website. We've got this avatar logo. We built our YouTube channel. So now, like, you used to go to Ben Guiles' channel to watch our videos. Now you can find everything Ben and Brittany related on the Ben and Brittany channel. Mm-hmm. We have a Ben and Brittany Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I don't know how I feel about that.
We don't even know what TikTok is for, really.
Know. But you can now find it all in one central, because I told Ben,
can't
I was
sleep
like,
on stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I told Ben, I was like, it's weird because, like, Ben will post something, I'll post it. You know what I mean? And I just felt like it was super repetitive.
Because we're living the same life. We share everything. Like, I guess if you want to call us that mushy couple that, like, does everything together, they're inseparable. Word. That's us.
We are like,
I'm cool with it.
We are like magnets made for each other.
Yeah, it's just because you know, you're my best friend, and I don't know why people don't marry their best friends. Like, if I would be cool taking you to the mountains with the boys, you know? I
would probably have fun.
You would. You'd probably be the life of the party. You get 2 shots of Jack, and Brittany, she'll dance on a table and sing Merle Haggard. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, I know.
But not in 2020, because we're not drinking.
We're drinking
1 shot of Jack.
A lot less in 2020. But I am a good time when I do.
Yeah, Brittany has fun.
I come out of my shell. That is for sure. That is for sure.
Well, is there anything else you want to say going forward?
I think I just want to know how we can help people.
Yeah, so if you guys are listening to this
podcast,
if you're listening to this podcast or watching this video, let us know how we can help you in any way, and we will do our best to accommodate, because that's what makes us feel good.
I want to know what other people's resolutions are, because it might also inspire us. Like,
yeah, I was just gonna say that. I might steal one.
Right, like I think that's what's so important about sharing, because a lot of times people keep things to themselves, but you probably have really great ideas and thoughts, and if you would just share it with other people, like, it could become something greater than what you think. Mm-hmm. That's just what I've learned with you. So, I think that's about it.
Let me get some of this popcorn. Let's wrap this up, baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
While I drink my Crystal Light.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Crystal Light raspberry lemonade.
My favorite.
Just in case there's somebody wondering, like, what's in the pink like glass they have?
It's Crystal Light to make me feel better, because I drink a lot of cranberry and vodka as Christmas Eve. Detoxing. Step 1. Yeah,
so I got a popcorn kernel in my throat.
Oh, should we tell them what our workout programs are, in case they want to do it?
Mm-hmm. I do Athlete X. I am doing Athlete X training camp. It's called AX1. If you just go to athletex.com or YouTube, Athlete X, you'll find a guy there by the name of Jeff Cavalier. He is my online fitness coach, and I have no qualms, because he's all about training like an athlete for functionality, mobility, speed, strength. If you want to look like an athlete, you got to train like one. That's like his slogan, and that is right in line with what I want to be, what I want to do, and my goals. So I'm very happy with Athlete X, and you are very happy with...
I joined Beachbody. And I'm doing I chose the workout program called Morning Meltdown 100, and it's truly 100 days of workouts. And so, like, your rest days, you don't totally take off. It's just like stretching and yoga and like rejuvenating moves to help your body heal. But then you're still making sure, because it takes 66 days to build a habit, this takes you to 100. So even on like your rest days, you're still doing something for 30 minutes, so that way you don't fall out of your habit. It only takes 3 days to get out of a habit.
That's crazy.
3 days, and I believe it.
I'm going to text you my goal so I remember that it's the 66 days of Athlean X every day, no days off.
Even if you need a rest day built in, do like stretching.
Well, that's what Athlean X...
For 20 to 30 minutes, so that way, because 3 days is all it takes, guys, to get out of a habit. So if you want to quit smoking, just remember, if you get over that 3-day hump, it gets a lot easier after that.
Yes, and I successfully did quit smoking. I still crave one.
When you drink.
Like when I drink, and I have had one here or there, and I always feel bad about it. But I'd say I've successfully quit smoking for almost a year now. About a year. Yep. I've had like 4 cigarettes in the last year because I broke. But those of you who are thinking about quitting, definitely hit me up if you want some advice. And the cravings will never, ever go away. I will tell you that. That's just honest. You will always crave a cigarette, but
yeah, my dad hasn't smoked.
You will feel so much better. It's amazing how much better that your body feels, functions, and just you get out of bed feeling like a better person.
Yeah.
Once you quit.
And your voice has gotten stronger. But I was going to say, my dad hasn't smoked in over 20 years, and every now and then he still gets a hankering. So addiction is real.
If I have like 3 beers and a friend of mine is having a cigarette, I'm like, I want it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But anyway, thanks for listening. What?
One more.
Oh, one more what?
Our resolution was to do 1 scroll activity.
Oh, yes.
A month.
Oh, that's a very important one. We almost didn't talk about that. Wow.
We got really into the strategy of how to stay up with your resolutions.
Yeah.
This podcast kind of took a different turn with that. Yeah. But I think that's helpful, I hope.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, we want to do, whether it's, hopefully like some of them have to be free, because we also have a resolution. Oh man, here I go. It's all coming back to me.
Just take it away, baby. I was about to wrap it up. Let's get it going.
Well, I'll make it really quick.
Beginning.
Sorry. Really quick. Budgeting. So our goal, being self-employed, the first year was difficult.
Oh, yeah.
But successful. But we were able to pay all of our bills with cash. We did not have to go into any kind of debt. We were able to reinvest some money back into our business, like the website. But really 2020 we have to focus on saving, because we have really expensive items on our scroll that we want to be able to do. But before we do that, we need to set up a concrete emergency fund.
Yes.
So some of the scroll items we're going to try to do will cost not a ton of money, which will be great to share with everybody else, because I think everybody kind of tries to do things like that.
Yep.
But we do want to try to do 1 scroll date day a month.
And that's doable, because scroll things are like things you've always wanted to do or like try. It's new things that like spice your life up. So that's what our scroll is for, and it kind of keeps us on track, accountable, keeps us lively and spontaneous. So that's why we use it. And and
it just keeps every day that we're working hard, it's like, okay, but this one Wednesday afternoon we have this planned. You can kind of look forward to it and then move on.
For those of you who don't know, it is legitimately a scroll that we use a thin Sharpie on. We write down all the things that we all like aspired to do in a lifetime, or just like wanted to do, no matter how big or small it is. Like we had cook homemade pizza together on there. That's super cheap, but that was a super fun night. We got to cross it off the scroll.
Yep.
And the scroll is just always there. It's the thing that you get to look back on. It's like a photo album, but like an adventure album, kind of.
Yeah.
And it works for us, so we like it. And anybody, like you give them out to your clients.
Everybody that closes with me or refers someone who closes with me. So if you tell me, hey, my sister's looking to buy a house, and I hook up with your sister, and your sister buys a house with me, then both your sister and you
Get a scroll.
Get a scroll, because it's a huge life-changing moment. Whether it's your first house or your fifth house, you're still closing one chapter and starting a new one. So perfect time for a scroll.
Yep. New chapter in life and starting off on a new foot.
Yep.
If that's even a saying. I think
there's
a
I
saying
like
that. Start off on the good foot or something. Hop
on
on the good foot and do the wrong thing. No, that's not it.
No, I think it's starting off on the right foot. But it's good. I like good foot.
Well, anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Follow us everywhere. We're on everything. And grow with us in
TikTok.
2020. And let's have fun. Let us know how we can help you. And we will see you in the next podcast, video, whatever it is. Like, subscribe, share, tag a friend, do all that stuff, because that's what we have to do in 2020 to stay alive, I think, on the internet. I'm not sure. We're still figuring this out. Welcome to the show.
We are figuring it out as we go.
Yeah, we have no idea what we're doing, but it's fun. We're going to keep doing it because we love it. See you guys later.